Yul Brynner, a dude who went from the streets of Russia to the fancy stages of Broadway and the cool studios of Hollywood. His life story is like something out of a wild movie. Now, before we dive into Yul's amazing life, let me hit you with a cool fact that kicks off the whole story. Picture this: Yul Brynner, the guy with the shaved head. That's his trademark look that he stuck with even after he first did it for his role as King Mongkut in The King and I. He played that role a crazy 4,625 times on stage, winning not one but 2 Tony Awards. And guess what? He also snagged an Academy Award for Best Actor when they turned the musical into a movie. But hold on, there's more to Yul than just being a royal king. He rocked as Ramses Yu in The 10 Commandments, nailed it as General Benin in Anastasia, and became the famous gunslinger Chris Adams in The Magnificent Seven. And get this, Yul wasn't just a movie star. He did other cool stuff like modeling, taking pictures, and even writing books. So, as we uncover the story of Yul Brynner's life, you'll see a guy who not only got a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, but also left a big mark on American movies. Yul Brynner's early days. Yul Brynner, born Yuli Borisovich Brynner on July 11, 1920, had quite the interesting start in Vladivostok, Russia. Born into a wealthy Swiss-Russian family with diverse roots, Yul's childhood home was a grand 4-story mansion on Aloytskaya Street. Things took a turn in 1922 when the Red Army occupied Vladivostok and the family lost most of their wealth after the Russian Civil War. Despite being stripped of their home, the Bryners held on under temporary status. Yul's father, Boris, was a mining engineer with a fascinating background, Swiss, German, and Russian descent, with a grandfather who'd moved to Vladivostok in the 1870s. Yul's mother, Marussia, was a part of the Russian intelligentsia, an actress, and allegedly had Russian Roma ancestry. This connection to the Roma community stayed with Yul throughout his life. He became the honorary president of the International Romani Union in 1977. As the Soviet Union formed in 1922, Yul's family became Soviet citizens, and Boris, Yul's father, faced changes. In Moscow, Boris fell in love with actress Katerina Kornikova, leading to a complex family dynamic. Despite a divorce, Boris continued to support Yul, his sister, and even adopted another girl. The family moved around, eventually settling in Harbin, Manchuria, under Japanese control, where they started a business in international trade. Yul Brynner's early years were marked by twists and turns, shaping the man who would later become a Hollywood legend. Yul Brynner's journey unfolds. In 1927, young Yul Brynner, along with his mother and elder sister Vera, left their home in Vladivostok, Russia, and ventured to Harbin, China, due to growing tensions between China and Japan. In Harbin, Yul and Vera attended a school run by the YMCA. 3 years later, in 1930, Yul's father gifted him an acoustic guitar, sparking a passion that would shape his artistic path. Under his sister Vera's guidance, a classically trained opera singer, Yul honed his guitar skills and developed into a talented musician. Fearing the escalating conflict between China and Japan, the family moved to Paris in 1933. At the age of 14, Yul made his debut at the Hermitage Cabaret in Paris, showcasing his guitar skills and singing in Russian and Roma languages. His talent gained attention, leading to performances in various Parisian nightclubs. While studying French at a lyceum in Paris, Yul's strong character sometimes led to fistfights. During the summer of 1936, he worked as a lifeguard in Le Havre, joined a circus troupe, and trained as a trapeze acrobat. However, a back injury forced him to leave the circus, and he developed a dependency on drugs. A chance encounter with Jean Cocteau changed Yul's life. Cocteau introduced him to artistic circles in Paris, including figures like Pablo Picasso and Salvador Dali. In 1937, Yul struggled with drug abuse, prompting a year-long treatment in a Swiss clinic. Thanks to his aunt's patronage, he conquered his addiction, but later succumbed to cigarette smoking. Back in China in 1938, Yul's mother fell ill, and the family sought help from his father in Harbin. His father's second wife, Katerina Kornikova, provided Yul with acting lessons, introducing him to Stanislavski's acting principles. Initially groomed for a family business role, Yul's destiny shifted as his father witnessed his acting talent. Impressed by Yul's potential, Katerina recommended him to study with Michael Chekhov in the United States. With both financial and emotional support from his father and stepmother, Yul embarked on a journey to America, paving the way for his remarkable career in acting, directing, and producing. Yul Brynner's American chapter. In 1940, armed with limited English skills, Yul Brynner and his mother set sail for the United States aboard the President Cleveland. Departing from Kobe, Japan, they arrived in San Francisco on October 25, 1940, with New York City as their final destination, where Yul's sister Vera already resided. Vera, a talented singer, graced Broadway in The Consul in 1950 and later found success on television, playing the lead role in Carmen, while also imparting her vocal wisdom in New York. During World War II, Yul Brynner played a crucial role as a French-speaking radio announcer and commentator for the U.S. Office of War Information. Broadcasting to occupied France and working for the Voice of America, he spoke Russian to reach the Soviet Union. Simultaneously, amidst the war's challenges, Brynner delved into acting in Connecticut under the tutelage of Russian actor Michael Chekhov. He also took on roles as a truck driver and stagehand for Chekhov's theater company, initially introduced to Chekhov by his stepmother, Katerina Ivanovna Kornikova. By the age of 21, Yul had traversed the globe, journeying between Asia, Europe, and America. These diverse experiences likely shaped his artistic vision, fostering creativity. In 1941, Yul showcased his singing and guitar skills at the Blue Angel Club in New York, where he encountered the legendary Marlene Dietrich. Despite a significant age difference, a unique bond formed between the 21-year-old Brynner and the 40-year-old Dietrich, leading to a mutually beneficial and enduring friendship that transcended the passage of time. Yul Brynner, the stage and screen journey, 1940s, early ventures and challenges. In 1941, Yul Brynner embarked on his stage career, making a Broadway debut in Shakespeare's Twelfth Night. This initial foray, marked by broken English and a distinct Russian accent, broadened his linguistic repertoire, which already included French, Japanese, Hungarian, and Russian. Despite the show's closure due to the wartime atmosphere post-Pearl Harbor, Brynner found a niche as a radio commentator, delivering war propaganda in French and Russian for the Voice of America. In 1946, Brynner ventured into acting with Lutzow alongside Mary Martin, intermingling his career with occasional modeling, even posing nude for photographer George Platt Lines. 1940s, 1950s, marriages and cinematic debut. Brynner's first marriage to actress Virginia Gilmore in 1944 coincided with his directorial work at CBS television studios. His directorial stint extended to shows like Studio One, where he also appeared alongside his wife. Brynner's film debut came in 1949 with Port of New York. The 1950s marked a pivotal turn for Brynner. Encouraged by his wife, he auditioned for the role of King Mongkut in Rodgers and Hammerstein's The King and I, a decision that would define his career. The role earned him a Tony Award and laid the foundation for his iconic shaven head, a distinctive trait he maintained for life. 1950s, 1960s, cinematic ascendancy. Brynner's fame soared with The King and I's film adaptation in 1956, clinching an Academy Award for Best Actor. His star continued to rise with notable roles in The Ten Commandments, 1956, Anastasia, 1956, and The Brothers Karamazov, 1958. Despite occasional commercial setbacks, Brynner's career surged with The Magnificent Seven, 1960, gaining immense popularity in Europe. The 60s brought a mix of successes and challenges, with hits like Return of the Seven, 1966, contrasting with less triumphant ventures. His role in Westworld, 1973, as the gunslinger introduced a new dimension to his career, echoed in subsequent films like The Ultimate Warrior, 1975, and Future World, 1976. 1970s, 1980s, varied roles, and final bow. Brynner's later career unfolded globally, spanning spaghetti westerns like Adios, Sabata, 1970, to TV series Anna and the King, 1972. Notable performances in Westworld and Death Rage, 1976, marked his Hollywood final. Yul Brynner's journey from the diverse stages of Broadway to the cinematic realms of Hollywood remains an enduring tale of talent, resilience, and a distinctive bald pate that etched his name in entertainment history. Although naturalized in the U.S. at 22, Yul Brynner renounced citizenship in 1965 due to tax issues. Staying too long stateside led to financial peril, forcing this drastic step. In 2006, Brynner's son Rock delved into family history with Empire and Odyssey. Despite health setbacks, Brynner passionately attended Vladivostok's Pacific Meridian Film Festival. In 1983, throat issues unveiled inoperable lung cancer. His anti-smoking message, posthumously aired, urged against his life's one regret, smoking. Brynner's last King and I run marked his 4,625th performance. Beyond acting, Brynner embraced photography, authoring books, and exhibiting musical prowess. His 4 marriages, including affairs with Marlene Dietrich and a lasting union with Kathy Lee, shaped his intricate personal life. Yul Brynner passed away from lung cancer on October 10, 1985, at New York Hospital. He was 65 years old. After his death, his ashes were cremated, and the final resting place chosen for him was the St. Michael de Bois-Aubry Orthodox Monastery near Luza, situated between Tours and Poitiers in France. Final curtain and legacy. Brynner succumbed to lung cancer on October 10, 1985, at 65. His impactful anti-smoking campaign echoed beyond the grave. In Vladivostok, a statue at his birthplace and a museum pay homage. In Hollywood, a Walk of Fame star and a memorable handprint ceremony immortalize his contributions. A 2022 podcast, Here's Looking at Yul Kid, highlights his enduring film legacy, ensuring Yul Brynner's indelible mark on the entertainment world. If you like the video, please hit the subscribe button to make my day.